Good evening, everybody. This is Jansen, Presidential Director with LifeWave. Our topic tonight is approaches and closures with effective communication. We're not going to actually be talking about specific scripts, which is what you probably came to hear about, but instead I'm going to talk more about the effective communication. Because as you'll see in one of the slides, only 7% of what we say is important. The rest is our body language and an intonation of our voice. When we are done, you can click on the bottom of this link and you'll have a script of everything I say, and it has a lot of approaches and closures examples, which I think you'll find very helpful. All right, what should I say? Approaches and closes using effective communication. So what is effective communication? It is a process of exchanging ideas, thoughts, opinions, knowledge, and data so that the message is received and understood with clarity and purpose. So we're going to exchange ideas, we're going to exchange thoughts, opinions, knowledge, and data. So in our case, it's going to be knowledge about LifeWave so that the message is received and understood with clarity. So we really, really want the person to understand what we're saying. This chart here says that 7% of the spoken words what we're understanding. So 55% is body language, 38% is voice and tone. So if we're so worried about what we are saying, we don't have to worry so much, but we want to think about how we look with our face and how we are using our tone. So there are 5 effective communication keys. So choose your words wisely, consider your tone, your inflection, and body language. Listen to what others are saying. Write less, say more. Okay, so we're going to start with what are your greeting words? So when someone is greeting you, what is it that you say? You want to know what your greeting word is. Is it hello, hi, how's it going, what's up, hey, how are you doing? Hey, how are you doing? Or just how are you doing? So we're going to start with saying hello. So everybody on here, just repeat hello.
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 Hello. So your face has a lot to do with it. So now we're going to smile and say hello. Try that again. Hello.
Hello.
And now we are going to take the vowel and go longer with it, like hello. Try that. Ready? Hello.
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 Smile. And we say this longer vowel. So what that does, it's very inviting. It's like a warmer way of saying this. Let's say the same thing with the word hi. Keep your face like not smiling. Just say a short hi. Ready? Hi.
Hi.
All right. Now we're going to say hi. Ready? Hi.
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 Right. Now, how's it going? So on the going, we're going to make the O longer. First, we're going to start with no expression and just say, how's it going? Ready? How's it going?
How's it going?
How's it going?
Okay, now we're going to go, how's it going? Ready? How's it going?
How's it going?
Yeah. Are we feeling good? We have our face all happy, feels good inside. Our chest is kind of like, this is good. All right. What's up? Face without expression. What's up? Ready? What's up?
What's up?
Okay, now let's make a long U. What's up? Ready?
What's up?
What's up?
Hey, how's it going? Ready? Hey,
Hey,
how's it going?
Hey,
Now
how's it going?
How you
Now we're
doing?
gonna hold the E out on hey. Ready? Hey, how's it going? Ready? Hey.
Hey, how's it going?
It's
And
like
that-
how I talk to my grandchildren.
I bet you're communicating well with them then. And the last one, how are you doing?
How are you doing?
How are you doing?
How you doing?
How are you doing?
How are you
How are you
doing?
doing?
Yeah, so the big part of that is if you make these vowels longer, all of the words, it's just a better greeting. We're happier. And then what is your reply word? So any of you know what my reply is? Every time you call me, I have the same answer. What's my reply word?
Awesome.
Awesome. I absolutely say this. So I'm going to talk about a a little situation of why I say awesome. And there was a man named Robert, and he had this water cooler story. And it was about him not being very excited when people would approach him. And so he was asking somebody about this. And so when she approached him, she said, "Hey, Robert, how's it going?" And he replied, "Oh, I'm just getting by." And she's like, Robert, if you want to be a little more approachable to people, you want to say like something like a positive word. And so she left. Another person comes by and he says, "Hey, well, how's it going?" He's like, "Great." He goes, "Oh, that wasn't good." So next person comes by and he says, "Hey, Robert, how's it going?" He says, smiles. He goes, "Great." And somehow he told that story a lot better because it absolutely changed how I respond. And so every time somebody talks to me, I absolutely say, "Awesome." My face gets really happy and they'll say, "Hey, how's it going?" "Awesome." And people always comment. They'll either like chuckle a little bit or they'll say, "Oh, well, that's cool." But there's always a positive comment. And yesterday I was in water aerobics and the lady is new and we're doing our thing. And then she's like, "How's everybody doing?" And I'm like, "Awesome." And then a little bit later, 10 minutes later, she's like, "Okay, how's everybody doing?" And I yelled, "Awesome." And then a third time it happened, "How's everybody doing?" And I yelled, "Awesome." She goes, "I like this lady over here." And I'm like, cool, so it's contagious. And that same lady, when she was getting ready to do her aerobics, water aerobics, she had no expression on her face. She was busy doing this. She gets in the water and she smiles the whole time. And I don't know how Renita does it, but Renita smiles the whole time. It's really kind of difficult to smile the whole time. So I'm asking you all right now, put a smile on and see how long you can be smiling through this presentation. And we're going to say some reply words. We're going to start with awesome. You've already got your smile on your face. So how's everybody doing?
Awesome.
Awesome.
Oh, how about just fabulous? How's everybody doing? Just
Just
Fabulous.
fabulous. Remember, we're going to make it nice and long. And now we're going to say great. Ready? How's everybody doing?
Great.
great.
And then we have Jack's word. Jack says fantastic. How's everybody doing?
Fantastic.
Fantastic. So are you feeling better inside here? I always just feel like when I'm saying these positive words, are we still smiling? Is everybody smiling? Keep smiling. Okay, then we have the throat voice or the diaphragm voice, and which voice to use and when. Since I'm a musician, singer, I know about diaphragms. We talk about that a lot with the kids singing. So right now I'm speaking with my throat voice, but if I really want to make a point, then I'm going to use my diaphragm. So when you are speaking with somebody, how are you speaking to them? Are you using this type of a voice? Or are you so excited that you're yelling at them kind of? It's not necessarily yelling, but sometimes we get a little bit too loud. And then also there are presenters who have the throat voice that they're speaking to you. And then there are presenters that speak very loudly and use their diaphragm all the time. So when you're sharing a video with somebody, you want to make sure you give the kind of video that person will, "Oh, hey, we're not smiling anymore. Everybody, come on, let's smile." Okay. You want to give them the kind of video that you think they would respond to. So if they are these excited people and they like people that talk a lot with their hands, then send them that kind of a video. But then if they're a quieter person, then you want to give them that's going to be using more of the throat voice. So we talked about considering your tone and your inflection and now body language. So if you remember, body language was a very large point of this. All right, so body language, your eyes. When you smile and make eye contact, you show how to relate warmly to others. Maintaining good eye contact can show you're engaged and actively listening to what someone is telling you. I just came from teaching a class with my piano and guitar students, and everybody plays, and then at the end they bow and the kids give a comment, and I insist on eye contact with them because when they're giving comments and they're like, oh, I really liked your piano song. It's like, like, nah, you're just saying that. So if you're looking at me in the eyes, it's just really, really important. Head, you can show empathy towards another person by using affirmative movements, such as nodding your head and smiling. So as you're listening to me right now, let me know how much you just love this information I'm telling you. So when the head nods, when someone's nodding and listening and they're smiling and they're liking this, they're agreeing with you. The next thing is your arms. Avoid crossing your arms. Crossing the arms over your chest is considered a defensive posture. To avoid this, try to keep your arms by your side if you're not using them to illustrate. So if you've got someone listening to you and their arms are crossed, it's just not a good feeling. It's a little bit tense. And then when I'm listening to somebody and I'm trying to okay, I want to be done with this conversation, definitely my arms are crossed. And then posture, make sure you stand up straight because it shows confidence and self-belief. And then one that I am horrible about, like right now, any of you got your hands on your face? If your elbow is on the table, we often are, we're talking like this and our hands are all over our face. So make sure you keep your hand away from your face because not only does it mute what I'm saying, it's just pretty distracting. So keep those hands down. So that would be our body language. So we've talked about use your words wisely, consider your tone, inflection, and your body language. And now listen to what others say, write less, say more, and know when to stop. So here we have a very happy person. So if I'm presenting to this person, this stick person, there's a smile on that person's face that they're liking what I'm saying. So what body language shows? It shows that one is listening. So if they're leaning in towards you, are any of you leaning in right now? Oh, you're sitting back, listening to my conversation. You kind of lean in and your head and torso are straight on, or versus like, I'm looking for an escape. How am I going to get out of here? So when people are interested in you, they're looking straight on to you. And again, they're nodding their head. Their arms and their legs are uncrossed. So pay attention to this when you're talking with somebody. Oh, look at Karen still smiling. That's great, Karen. I love it. All right. So I never really paid attention with the arms before, but I'm definitely going to be paying attention more. So that's just a sign of, that they're listening to us. So another thing is this what your client is doing? Are they trying to find an escape route? And very, very fast. And then if we talk too much, we need to know when to stop by watching this body language. If it's too much, is this what they're feeling or how they feel? So we're going to role play here with my wonderful husband. We don't want to be doing what I'm going to be doing. Hi, how's it going?
Good. How about you?
Well, I have a new job.
You do? What are you doing?
Well, I work for this company. We have a patch. See, I'm wearing this patch right here. And it's amazing. It's like, have you heard of LifeWave? Well, see, it's like this company that we pump up the cells inside of us that are repairing us. Like there's this copper peptide thing in it, and like our body heat like goes in this copper peptide, and it's just amazing. Like my friend, she had this stuff all over her hand in like 5 days. It's gone. It was just like amazing, and it's just really cool. It's
Look, I don't really have a lot of time here.
Oh, just a little bit more. So like, and my neighbor too, she was like, she always had headaches all the time, and that's gone. But so can I get your phone number and get some more information for you?
Well, I don't really want to give you a number. You got anything else?
Yeah, here's my card. Here's my card. Okay.
Well, I'll look at it.
Okay. All right. But can I send you some information?
I'd rather just look at it.
Okay. Well, yeah, well, it's really a good company. I mean, a lot of people are like, they're getting better inside. And so I was vomiting on him and nothing was clear. Nothing was clear at all. I didn't really know what I was saying. I didn't go, nothing was consistent in what I was saying. So we will try this again. And what I'm actually going to use is one of the scripts that's on the piece of paper that you can get at the end of this video. Hi,
Oh, yeah,
what's new?
not too much. How about you?
Well, I have a new job.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
What are you doing?
it's a company that has a patch. I'm wearing it on the back of my neck.
What's it called?
Company's LifeWave. Have you heard of them?
No.
Well, I've been wearing this and it like rejuvenates what's happening inside me. Like it's my longevity patch. Sometimes we call it that. It just like pumps up the cells. Yep. So what's new with you?
Well, I'd like to know a little bit more about that patch you were wearing.
Okay, so what I'd like to do is I have your number already. I'm gonna send you this video. It's just a 2-minute video. Do you have a couple more minutes here?
Yeah, a couple minutes.
Okay,
sure.
so we'll get your phone out. We're gonna watch the video actually together. All right, I'm sending it now. Okay,
Got it.
let's watch it.
Okay.
2 minutes later. Okay, what you think?
Well, it's interesting.
Okay,
I mean, I'd like to know a little more about it. but
okay,
Doesn't
right.
really, doesn't give you enough information.
Okay, there's another video on that same link. So let's scroll down. There's a 3-minute video. Let's watch that together.
Okay.
3 minutes later. Are you interested enough that you want to hear more information?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think so.
Okay, so on this link that I
Pretty
sent you,
interesting.
there are a lot more videos. And so I'd like you to watch a bunch of those videos and then I'll call you back. Should I call you back Wednesday or Thursday?
I'm busy Thursday. Wednesday be better.
Okay, like 7 in the night or 8?
7.
Okay, good. I will call you tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. And hopefully you can watch a bunch of those videos. Hey, it's good seeing you.
You too.
Yep, bye. So I didn't vomit on them. I didn't say a lot of information. It was piquing the interest and having them come back to us. So sometimes I would say a little more information, depending upon the situation, but we want them to be watching some videos and then that way they know a lot more about it. Otherwise, we're explaining a lot of things that the videos have. And plus we are being duplicatable. So they don't have to know everything about the company. All right. So then what is your mindset? So when you go in to a meeting, are you thinking about helping people or are you thinking about them as a dollar sign? So what is above their head? A little Florence Nightingale that you want to help people or a dollar sign? So people can tell if you're just out for the money or if you're really out to help them. It feels to me like most of us in this business in LifeWave are in it to help people because that's what the product has. So it ends up being your why. If you haven't filled out your why statement, I strongly suggest you fill that out. And there is a piece of paper of your why statement under the getting started video, under the videos. So once you have your why, you're going to know if you are looking for people to help people or if you're just in it for the money. And we do both. We do our jobs because we do want to make money, but it sure is fun being able to help people in the meantime. Then which numbers are important to you? So are you a person that likes to tell people how many people are on your team? Do you like to tell people how much you make? Or are you into like, how many people am I helping? I hope the first two don't come out because it really doesn't matter how many are on our team. What matters is how many people we are helping on our team. People can also tell that when you are presenting to them. Then we have the word fear, and we've heard this in other businesses. So fear is false evidence appearing real. So what is this false evidence? Why am I afraid to talk to somebody? Is it because fear of the unknown? Of course, life is about going into the unknown. Instead of being fearful, think of who are we going to bless? Step out of your comfort zone and help people. If you think about who we can help, it makes that fear go away. Criticism, are we afraid of criticism? Would this person really criticize me? The person that I'm talking to, are they a person that would criticize me? And it's usually the answer is no. People really aren't being critical. We are really critical of ourselves. Lack of knowledge, this is a learning process. Think about LifeWave. You learn as you're doing this. So don't be afraid that you have a lack of knowledge. There's always somebody who can help you find that answer to that question. Call them up on the phone. Then the next time you will know that answer. This is how we learn. And we've heard the phrase, Learn as you earn. And then, are you feeling unprepared? Again, this is a learning process. And the next time you approach somebody or present LifeWave, you'll know what you need to bring or what you need to know. So again, as you keep doing this, you're going to learn more. So what if somebody asks a question and you don't know the answer? Don't be afraid to say that. This is how we should say, I don't know. We can simply say, I think I know that answer, but I want to make sure. Let me ask somebody or let me call somebody. Or we can say, let me find out. Let me look into that. Before I answer that question, let me think about that. Or let me Google that for you. These answers show that you are taking care of them. So Dr. Stacy Holweger script is on this piece of paper that I'm sending you. She had a very simple script. This is just the very top part of it. So she was at the convention, the global convention. And so they were out shopping. A clerk sees Victoria's patch on her throat so that when they went out, they had their patch on their throat. And the clerk says, what is that patch? Victoria says, oh, it's my longevity patch. The lady says, oh, longevity, I need that. So I say to Victoria, do you have a card? And she says, oh yeah, hang on one second. She gets into her purse, she pulls out the card. The lady says, well, how do I get this? And she says, well, my website's right here in the card, but I'm happy to send you some more information. This script goes on to the girls, tried on some clothes, and by the time they came back, she had a whole bunch of people that worked with her. And so Stacy was just very, very calm about doing that. And that was really a great thing. So again, her whole script, which is very, very long, is on there. So you can work on what it's going to say. So some closing mistakes that every salesperson needs to know. Number one, if we're not able to close very easily, we are not asking for what you want. Say what you want from the conversation. So we could answer like, I'd love to have you join our team. I'd love to work with you. I think we would have a lot of fun working together. LifeWave is a great company to work with. Would you like to join our team? Do you see how LifeWave patches could possibly help you or your daughter, or your husband, your wife? Make sure that's clear to them what you want and that you want them to join the team and purchase patches to help them to heal better. Then using statements instead of questions. Questions get the client thinking. Statement, I think LifeWave patches could possibly help you. Change that around, rephrase it as a question. Do you see how LifeWave patches could possibly help you? Then gets them thinking. Statement, as you saw in all the pictures, LifeWave patches could possibly help you. Rephrase it as a question. From the pictures, do you see how LifeWave patches could possibly help you? So work on switching things around, making them into a question. And then sometimes we just add a lot of commentary. So silence can be uncomfortable, but it's golden when closing. Unfortunately, reps often rush to comment on their prospects' responses immediately after they've been uttered. Don't get their way by jumping into filling the silence. Let them be thinking. Wise saying, you can't say the right thing to the wrong person. You can't say the wrong thing to the right person. This is a really big deal because so someone is interested, they're going to ask a lot of questions. If they're not interested, they're just not the right person. And then you say next. And then I got this from church this week. So nobody is the best at everything. Nobody is the worst at everything. We are somewhere in between. And that's a good thing to know because we're never going to be the best and we're never going to be the worst, but we keep on learning. So on the paper that I'm sending out, there will be a lot of scripts. And when you are in private, the things on the scripts you are very welcome to be using. And so just feel free to use all those scripts. Okay. Any questions?
It's a lot about building your confidence, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. So back at that slide that says that only 7% is about the words we say, that took a lot of pressure off of me as far as what I was saying. I definitely don't want to vomit on people. It's really easy to just tell. I have so many stories now and so many wonderful things. It's easy not to say all these things, but I'm trying really hard not to say so many more. So yeah, we don't have to be so worried about knowing everything.
I liked what you said about showing the videos because you're saying few words, that lets people know they don't have to be salespeople to do this. And also they're not having to learn a whole lot to get someone interested. It's already there. So I like the professionalism in it. And I like your approach you've got, because it really lets someone else, because I've been in sales forever, it seems like. And they'll go, oh yeah, you can do this. You've been in sales. But if you're doing it that way, it's not me doing it. I like the way you just did a few questions, you make little comments, you're asking them. Yeah, I love that. I like the way that's done. I think that now I have people I know right now that I could go to and say, does this look like something you would be able to do? Does this look like something you could see yourself doing? I like that. You did great on that.
Those are great questions that you just asked. That's very good. It's the script I just used is on that list, so you can plug that in easily.
And it's kind of, I've got the luxury right now. I'm working with a lot of clients that are coming in to do tax projections, and I get to spend a few minutes, several minutes with them. So, we get talking about family, what's going on in their life, and I always get it towards health. Okay, what's going on, and so I try to that way I can say, oh, have you heard of LifeWave? It's a new technology. And so it just opens up the door. But I kind of use the form method, just to get to know them and find out what's going on in their life. And then I find a way in by doing that. But I'm using the app and playing the video, one of the videos right off of there.
Let's back up, Mike. Will you explain the form method?
Yeah, family, occupation, recreation, miscellaneous, or money. And just if you keep those acronyms in, because a lot of these are new clients. I'm picking up this time of year. I'm picking up new clients, but I'm doing a lot of tax projections for this year. So I don't know several of these people. One of our newest is a doctor out in Washington, an MD, and in Washington, who's already referred it to a friend, but wants to start referring this to her customers. And thank God I was on a video this weekend with Karen talked me into listen to one of the doctors, because the doctor said that somebody said, well, they're not feeling anything. And he said, well, what are you measuring it to? How do you know? What did you measure?
What tests are you running so you know that?
And that made me think, for her as a doctor, she needs to be running a blood test beforehand. And she goes, oh my gosh, you're right. So she got all excited about doing a benchmark, something she could measure for her patients. So pretty cool.
Well, so you were going to talk about your app. Tell me how you're using the app.
Yeah, I just play right now. You can see I got several prospects in there that I've already sent. Okay, so the app is awesome. I can play one of the 3 videos, or if they like what they're seeing, I can select the videos there. But then I actually put them in, and I can send them more information. If I use the app, one of the joys of it, it says how much, if they watch one of the videos after they leave the office, I can tell. Okay, what
You know
they
how that
want.
works, Ann?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. You know how that works. That's how
I
you,
love it.
yeah. Because it was a month after that Karen finally watched it, right?
Oh,
Mhm.
and I was pretty
Sorry,
excited.
I was a little busy for a while. But I got around to it eventually.
Very excited.
Yeah, I sent an email to or a text to Renita today, just to see if there's any doctors that I can get this MD on the phone with, or if I need to go to Dr. Stacy's group.
Yeah, the video from today, from David's video today, that was good.
Yeah.
You really
I'm
talked
sorry, I
about-
got off topic. Yeah, but I'm using form method.
It's always good. So what that means is you're asking questions of the person, like the F is family, and then O is
Occupation, what do you do?
occupation, what do you do? R.
Recreation, yeah.
What do you do
Yeah,
for
yeah.
recreation, then an
Yeah,
M,
and then M for money. Mhm.
your job.
No, a lot of times I don't make it. I don't make it past FO, or we've already gotten to know them by just the first 2 letters. I don't
Yeah.
force it.
So the question I get all the time is what's new? And again, I have this script on there. People just say, what's new all the time. And then I do say, I have a new job. And they're like, oh, what is it? I say one line. And then I watch the body language. Like am I going to say more or not? If they respond, I say more. So there's like a tennis match going on. But I absolutely watch this body language, because if they're turning their body, looking at their watch, you can just tell that we're done. We're absolutely done. And so, yeah, but watch how many people say, hey, what's up? Or what's new? And it's a really good response to say that.
Something that I noticed in sales, that was the people that that are like different and the ones that like same. Have y'all gotten into that yet?
Say that
The
again.
same. Okay, people are either they're different, they like different, or they like same. Example, this person buys a Ford, he's going to buy the Ford the rest of his life. He'll never buy a Chevy. That guy's same. When
Right.
I was in sales with word processors, if they had IBM, they're going to buy IBM forever. Okay, so I would have to introduce myself by saying, we have something that's the same as this. Okay, or if they like different, they're into, oh, you can tell by the furniture, it's the different look. We'll have something that's different than that. It's if they're different, we'll get them, or same, we'll get them. With this product, if they're like the same, say, well, this is the same as the stem cell injections they've got. Notice how it does this, this, and this. This is the same in some ways as that, except it's your own. They like same. But if difference their thing, those are generally the ones that are going to jump onto something real quick when they find out it's breakthrough, it's innovative, there's nothing like it. They're right there. You're saying their words, you're talking their language.
Oh, very good. I like that. Does anybody have any new testimonies from the week? Okay, go ahead.
This is an animal testimony. Okay. One of my good friends who's joined LifeWave, Terrell is her name. And she sent me a text the other night. And she said, oh my gosh, my little dog, his eye is so swollen shut, kind of like an infection in his eye. She goes, what should I do? What should I use the patches on him? And I said, absolutely. Renita patches her dog all the time. And, we've seen so many different testimonies on that. So she put on X39 and Eon. And I can't remember if she used IceWave. I know she used Eon and X39. And within a day, that little dog's eye was so much better. She couldn't even believe it. And she's fairly new. She's only really been referring it for about a month. So that was kind of fun that, it brought her belief up even more.
Yeah,
it was fun.
I have one of the first people I signed up, her mother, because I was looking for the hard cases. I wanted to prove to see what this could do. I wanted the hard cases. So I've got a Parkinson's case and one of my MS cases. Loved seeing your testimony. They love that one. But this one, her mother is in a memory care facility, basically a nursing home. They had her on hospice, but they took her off. And so she was patching her. She has very, very bad dementia. She didn't even recognize her. Here, her dad died 8 months ago, and her dad's died, and her mother doesn't even know who she is. And she was just in a really bad shape. Well, she loved the patch. She's had many happy days. And her name's Tammy. She's on the site. She's the one that's now doing high kicks. She's fibromyalgia. She loves it. She loves seasons now. She hated it before because wintertime was awful. She's now doing wonderful. But all of a sudden, they gave the mother, for some reason, a statin, which was a cholesterol statin. And boy, the pain came back. Everything was going on. And then it seemed like everything reversed. When she gave it to her mother started getting her eyes real blue. She recognized her. She took her outside, and she was able to recognize the surroundings and say, oh, this is really beautiful, isn't it? She's been there for 2 years. Didn't even recognize the surroundings. She recognizes her grandchildren now. All these things have taken place. But then all of a sudden, she started crying. I mean, crying uncontrollably again, pain again. They go, what happened? Then they discovered they'd given her a statin. So she had to go through the process of getting that stopped, and then come to find out they were leaving the patches on, and they weren't taking them off. And so therefore it was overdoing things. So she said 6 hours only. I said, no, we got to back off. We know what it's done. We've seen what it can do, and backed off. Now her mother has gotten where she now has she was the other day, she goes, and she was usually, they would just drool and drool. She now automatically just started wiping the drool off her mouth. She wanted to call a friend of hers, and she used to when she was noted for disguising her voice and trying to be like she was somebody else, but everybody knew it was her. She asked to get the phone to call her friend, and she started disguising the voices. And we're sitting there going, holy mackerel. She recognizes people, and it's like the grandkids are going, Nanny's going to be able to come home. So I think that's just fantastic, because we thought we were just like, everything was bad. I mean, we were going, what's going on here? She was every day trying to, I said, mark when they've got those patches, mark where that's at. Let's see what's going on here. And sure enough, they weren't doing it right. So she addressed it. They stopped the statins. They stopped but it was just, it's been phenomenal. She's not crying anymore. She's laughing, cutting up, raising her hands. And she couldn't do her hands, and now she can raise her hands all the way up and just, but the wiping her mouth was just phenomenal. Just a
Wow.
natural instinct of wiping her own mouth. She just sat there and cried because
Wow.
for years now, 2 years, she's been drooling on herself, and now she's wiping her mouth with a napkin.
Wow.
Something just that was, so I thought that was phenomenal.
Yeah, that's very hopeful because I have so many people who say their parents have memory issues, and all we can do is try. So that was X39, you said?
X39, Eon, and then she was doing the LifeWave on her, but she's backed off on that right now because she just found out she's had enough X39 and Eon. Yeah, because it's hard to put LifeWave on because she can't tell you where she's hurting.
Oh yeah, Ice
She
Wave.
didn't understand. Yeah,
No
ice
ice
wave. Yeah, no ice wave because she couldn't say where she was hurting.
Yeah.
I mean, she was saying it was your knees, this. So we stopped on that one, but we were just doing the and she does the 39, 49 and 39, but she's doing the 49 like about every other day.
Yeah.
And then the 39, and but we're doing it 6 hours. But what we're doing 6 hours, taking it off, and then putting it back on the next day for 6 hours because it's activated. Yeah, they can take it off and use it again, and that way it's but all the nurses, she's got like 2 or 3 nurse practitioners signed up. She works for a sleep center. She does the studies and stuff. The doctor's interested now. All kinds of things are taking place because of the stories of her mom.
Wow, it's fantastic.
I had one also that had MS, and she was, she tried it. She's tried everything. And so I sent her some patches, and it's really hard for just 7 or 8 patches to tell anything. But I sent her the 39, and I sent her the 49. So she was saying, I'm not noticing anything. So I finished the 39s. What do I do? I said, well, just do the 49s now. And so then I said, and what do I do next? I said, well, if you want to order some more, because you really, you didn't have this happen in a day, just let me know and call me. So then she calls me. So I'm, she's chit chatting. I said, oh, we're going to play baseball with this. I can tell. So we're going back and forth. And finally I said, well, what would you like to do? Have you seen any changes? And she said, well, no, I haven't, but my husband has. And I said, he has? What did he see? She said, well, yeah, he says now he's noticed for the last 2 days I'm peeing normal. I said, well, how did you pee before? She goes, oh, I'd be on the pot forever, just drip, drip, dripping. I said, so how are you now? She says, I'm peeing normal. I said, Michelle, that's huge. That's
Wow.
huge. I mean, we're talking huge. She said, yeah, I thought so. I said, then why did you sit there talking to me for 20 minutes before you told me that? She says, I wanted you to sweat. We've had some pretty good ones. I got some tough ones out there. I got some tough ones. I've got one with Parkinson's, or a type of Parkinson's, or more like Lou Gehrig's. She's got Lou Gehrig's. That she's now able to stand up without grabbing hold of anything, and she's able to get on the commode and off the commode without grabbing hold of stuff. Her
Wow.
muscles are able to do that. And I'm going, oh, I'm just loving this.
May I ask what patches they use for Lou Gehrig's?
Oh, just the 39. That's all she could afford. The
Oh,
X39, and she noticed it like the 3rd week is when she didn't notice anything in the beginning. She was gonna just give me the patches back, because I bought her God told me to give her a whole sleeve, so I did. I'll give it back. I said, no, I'll pay it. No, God doesn't take it away when he gives it to you. He told me to give it to you, so that's what I'm doing. I said, if you want to just keep it on the counter, I don't care, but it's yours. And so finally the 3rd week is when into the 2nd week, 3rd week is when she started. I said, what's your goal with this? What do you want? Well, you'll know that you're happy with this. She said, if I'm able to stand up from my bed and feel my feet are secure, then I'm not going to be falling and having to grab a hold of stuff. I said, okay. Well, she got more than that. She's just flabbergasted. She can get off the commode without grabbing hold of stuff.
Wow.
She can sit down and get off. And it was just the 39, nothing else. That's all she could afford.
That's awesome. Wow, you've got lots of great stories.
Oh, well, I'm going to have more. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you had heard Paul Gingler. Remember, we called you this week. I had my client in my office, and he bought these for his wife who has arthritis really bad, and she's got a heart failure. But what she noticed right away was totally different. Was just the clarity of her mind. Right away in just a few days. So she's excited, but she's also seeing the reduced pain as well. So it's working well. They're both excited, very excited.
Awesome.
Oh, I have another one that's fantastic. I have a guy, he owns his own cement company, type 2. And he He tried it the first day. He says he goes to meet his wife for lunch and he noticed his eyes were seeing clearer. I guess it was looking at the menu. Okay. And then he noticed he had more clarity when he was talking to her. He wasn't going off track and bouncing all over the place. That night, not even 12 hours, the burning in his feet stopped.
Huh.
Mm.
And he was like, and I'm going, whoa. I mean, and he's real sensitive. Atlanta, Georgia, and everything they've given him insulin, he's allergic to all of them. They basically want to use him as a guinea pig. There's nothing else we can do for you. And so he just know what to do. So he was just like really at it and going fast. And so he goes and I told him, I said, well, he's had 2 people that signed up real quick. And so I was trying to get him on the iPay thing. And he says, oh, I'm not in it for the money. I don't care about the money. I don't want to deal with that. I said, okay, whatever. Well, then he goes to his chiropractor. She finds out that his blood pressure dropped down to normal and that his feet, she signs up. He texts me, says, how do I do that? I pay again. He was all of a sudden interested because he was just, he signed a chiropractor up.
All right, everybody. I will thank you for being on. Appreciate you.
Well, this
adding
is
on.
great.
So.
Thank you.